Alright, well, I think I'm starting the year off right by doing the biggest collection, or one of the biggest collections that I have, besides VHS. Actually, maybe that's not true. I might have some collections bigger than this, but this is one of my favorite collections. This is my special collector's editions movie collection. I have all these great movies. Some I haven't even seen. I just have a ton of different movies, but these are all collector's editions. So what classifies as one of these? Well, these are not standard DVD cases or Blu-ray cases. These are Digi-Books. These are box sets. These are trilogy packs. These are just tons of different releases of movies that don't come in the standard case. Now, I will take back what I said. This doesn't include just standard, like, multi-film packs, like, The Matrix with all 3 films. No, that's not included in here. What I meant was, like, say, The Mummy or The Lord of the Rings, like, box set editions that have all 3 films. That kind of thing. Like, actual custom boxes. And I'm gonna warn you that these may not be the greatest and latest thing. These might not be the Arrow Video Deluxe box sets. These might not be, $100 worth box sets. But these are collector's editions that are special to me, or ones that I found thrift shopping or eBay shopping. In fact, near the end I show you I've got quite a few Steelbooks, or steel case releases. And I'm just going to go through everything. I've taken out all my shelves worth of these releases, hopefully not missing anything. But let's take a look at all the special editions of movies that I own. Starting with actually some stuff I showed you last night, my Marvel Studios releases, or Marvel releases. Starting with this 3-disc edition of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. This is pretty standard, except it comes with the bonus disc that I also have a separate bonus DVD for Spider-Man 3. I really like this film. This was a set that I found. I didn't really know what the difference would be, apart from, oh, it says there's a 3rd disc. I didn't realize it was one I already owned. But honestly, I don't mind that I picked this up, because, I mean, look at how nice that slipcover is. Like, I paid $5 for this, and I get a booklet, I get a 2-disc DVD. In fact, what even is this booklet? Like, I'm not even sure what they put in here. Yeah, I don't even know. It's just so big, I don't want to break it or anything. There we go. Okay. So, it's like a slip. Oh, no, what it is it's a book about the movie. This is a full, like, Spider-Man 3 production book, I think. Yeah, this just has all this cool information. I've never read this, but this is cool. And then you got your standard 2-disc release, plus a digital copy is stuffed in the case. But this is really special, or really cool at least. Yeah. And I will warn you that a lot of these, or I will say that a lot of these, if I can actually get this back inside, I got thrift shopping. Like, I didn't pay a ton of money for most of these. Most of these were thrift store finds. But there are actually probably around 15 of these that I did pay a lot for. When it comes to Steelbooks, yeah, all those I basically bought online. But, still nonetheless, it's cool to own all these. So, next we got X-Men 1.5, the kind of extended cut book edition, collector's pack edition of X-Men, the original film. I've got X-Men, the collection, with 4 discs. With some of these earlier ones, I'm not really going to show you in depth, because they're just kind of bulky, and I've already showed you these, so we'll move on. X-Men The Last Stand, you already know what's in here. Another copy of X-Men The Last Stand with a comic book. The X-Men Trilogy Blu-ray box set, which, oh my goodness, I need to find a better spot for that. But has all 3 films. X-Men Days of Future Past, the theatrical cut, in a nice, like, just comic book Blu-ray set. I found this really cheap. That was the only reason I got it. X-Men, the Beginnings trilogy, Blu-ray set with all 3 films, First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse, the theatrical cut of Days of Future Past, if you are curious. The Wolverine, Unleashed, R-rated extended cut, plus the theatrical cut, and a lot of bonus materials. I enjoyed this one. I haven't seen the Unleashed edition. I've only seen the PG-13 cut. I like some of the stuff they tried to do with Jean, having her be, like, almost his trauma, how they tried to tie it in. But the film itself, I'd have to watch it again. It does have a very cool fight scene, though. I do like the fight scene with, like, the paper kind of wall, and it's, like, at night, so you've got, like, the blue lighting and everything. It's very cool, but, yeah, that is, I put this back. That is it for the Marvel ones. Then we got Star Wars. And when it comes to Star Wars, I have quite a few sets. So I first have this original trilogy box set I got for Christmas from my mom back in 2020. This was when I was first getting into Star Wars. Actually, it might have been 2019. I don't remember. But this has A New Hope, the silver 2004 release, The Empire Strikes Back, silver 2004 release, Return of the Jedi, right here. I really like the color schemes they went with for these. And I like that they used the theatrical poster artwork on the disc. Bonus material, DVD, which is in a kind of thicker case. I think this has the Empire of Dreams documentary, which is really good. I've seen it at least once or twice. But yeah, I have all 4 of these. All came in this nice box. There was actually a cover sleeve on the box. I don't know what happened to it, I'm going to be honest. I think in the move it probably got lost, but I'm not that mad about it because I like displaying these with that off anyways, so, you know, whatever. Then I've got the 2011 Skywalker Saga box set. This was a half-price books purchase I got around my birthday. It did cost me $25 whole. But this comes with Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, 4, 5, 6, and then bonus disc, and then bonus disc, and then bonus disc, and then booklet. So this is really like the all-star box set back in the day for Star Wars, for having the complete full saga. Before, of course, the sequel trilogy, which I have thoughts about. I then have the Last Jedi Target exclusive. I also have The Force Awakens on Blu-ray, but the fact is that it's just a standard Blu-ray. I want to get the 3D set, the one with, like, the lenticular cover, but I haven't picked it up yet. But this comes with a booklet, and then 4-disc. They like to fall out quite a bit. This comes with DVD, bonus DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. Yeah. I've messed around with re-editing these films, and I'm really happy I actually have this. Also love what they did with the cover. Like, there's Rey on the front, there's Kylo on the back. I will say, I actually had to kind of, like, bandage this set. It didn't come with all 4 discs. So what I did was I purchased the missing disc, what I believe were the missing disc. So I went to a Savers and I found The Last Jedi on Blu-ray and 4K. So I just got the extra disc and then donated the rest. I'm like, I don't need these. So I think I was only missing the Blu-ray of the movie. But it was such a cool box that I just donated the extra 4K disc and put the Blu-ray in here. And then this is the Target exclusive of The Rise of Skywalker. This one I actually got as a present back in 2020, I believe. The Rise of Skywalker. At the time, I loved this movie. And, you know, I still do. I still do really enjoy it. Like, it is what my Star Wars was. Like, I saw this, and this was the first, like, numbered film I saw in theaters. Like, it's crazy to think that the only 3 Star Wars films I've seen in theaters are Solo Star Wars Story in 2018, The Rise of Skywalker in 2019, and the re-release of The Phantom Menace in 2024. Those are the only Star Wars films I've seen in theaters. I'm planning to see Mando and Grogu, I'm planning to see whatever they got coming next, but, yeah, I guess you could say I started on the worst films when it came to theatrical experiences, but I actually do like both films. It's just impossible to look past the flaws of The Rise of Skywalker. It's really bad. But here I have the couple Disney sets. I have the Narnia films, the 4-disc extended edition. This was one of those early, let's make a director's cut kind of things, where it's just like, hey, we have more footage, let's shove it in there and make a deluxe set. This was off the heat of The Lord of the Rings. So you got disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, and disc 4. All clocking into about 8 minutes of new footage. And I don't hate this edition. Like, I think the issue is just that it's like, okay, how do I put this? I do think it's a terrible extended edition, but I do think it's cool that it exists. I think it is cool to have the pride of saying The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe has an extended cut. Like, I think that's something cool to say. But do I prefer the extended or the theatrical? I don't really notice a difference. There's just some bad audio editing, but if I can look past that, then I enjoy both versions. Here is a Blu-ray edition for Voyage of the Dawn Treader. This is a really nice Blu-ray edition that I picked up in Fort Bragg. It was at a prior video rental store, and I guess they renovated it and kind of made it like video games mainly, but there are collector's editions, there are they basically made it a lot more expensive. But in here, you've got this really cool thing. You've got disc here, I think. I don't know where they put the disc on this thing. Oh, there's one. Is it? Yeah, there's a disc, and there's a disc. Not the best packaging, but it was kind of cool to get this. I like the artwork. I think that is one thing you'll notice, that a lot of these are just kind of like cool collector's pieces. I may already own a copy of the film, but, I mean, they're cool to own. I might not even care for the film, but it was cheap, and it's like, hey, it looks cool. And the next stack, all the way from here, all the way down here, are Warner Brothers Digi-Book, almost kind of sets on DVD. Basically, in the early 2000s, Warner Brothers re-released a lot of their titles, like Casablanca, Singing in the Rain. Some of them were even MGM titles, like Singing in the Rain. They released some of these really nice, like, almost, I guess, Digi-Books? I don't know what you call them, but I've got a lot of these, because I find a lot of these just Goodwill thrifting. I even have some duplicates. But I never ordered any of these. Well, there was one I ordered, and I inevitably regret it, but we'll get to that in a minute. But here's first A Christmas Story, the 2-disc special edition, with quite a few bonus features. That's another thing I love about Warner Brothers films. All of their old films have so many bonus features. So many bonus features. You can learn things that you didn't even need to know. Like, did you know that for My Fair Lady, they lost, I think, the Audio 6 track? You maybe didn't need to know that. You maybe just enjoyed the film. But they had to restore that. They had to try and fix it. Like, there's a lot of these just have really interesting documentaries. I don't even think a lot of these bonus features are on streaming. Like, look one of these films up and tell me that you can find all the contents on streaming. Like, I just love Warner Brothers titles. Even the non-collector's editions one. Like, An American in Paris, A Star is Born with Judy Garland, Gettysburg, Poseidon, Twister, all have tons of bonus features. But, back to the little special case ones. The Color Purple, the 1985 film, directed by Steven Spielberg. I haven't even watched these documentaries. This is on my list of things to watch. The Color Purple the musical. What? Was there ever a Color Purple musical before the 2023 film? I didn't know about it. Yeah, and yeah, I did see the Color Purple musical that they made. I thought it was fine. I don't think it had as much heart and as much depth as the original film, just because it's a musical. And what I mean by that is when you're trying to sing about something, like, you know, you're trying to sing something, it's not as much emotion, drama-wise. Like, when you watch a musical, it's a lot more upbeat. It's a lot more, like, energetic, a lot more happy feeling. So I don't think it had as much depth as the original Color Purple, but I still think it's a good, it's a fine remake. I just haven't picked it up yet. Here, though, I have Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland. There was a while where I was just collecting Judy Garland films, just because I like the actress in some of her roles. She's good in Wizard of Oz. She's good in this. I actually forgot she was in this temporarily. This was a Rasputin's pickup. And that's where I got a lot of my titles, at Rasputin's Music, or at Goodwill, or at Amoeba Records. I don't shop at Rasputin's Music anymore, because they have an abundance of pornographic content, and I'm just not going to support that. But, I mean, in the past, I did pick up quite a few cool releases. This is The Mission. This is a Robert De Niro and Jeremy Irons film. I don't need this. I'm going to tell you the full honest truth that I bought this for $1. That is the only reason I picked this up. Because I was like, hey, I like the box, and it's $1. Like, both the discs are even scratched, and I don't care. I'm never going to watch this movie. I tried watching this movie. I was bored out of my mind. I just have it because it was a cool box, and I figured, well, why not? Then we have Around the World in 80 Days, the 2-disc special edition, winner of 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. I haven't seen this movie. I haven't seen Meet Me in St. Louis all the way through. It's on my watch list. But here's the 2-disc. And yeah, like I said, all of these have excellent bonus features. Like, they're just filled to the brim with these extras. Some more than others, but, like, just, it's really cool. I love having these. And they're so inexpensive. They're so inexpensive. I think the most I ever paid for one of these was $6. Actually, maybe this next one I paid $10. No, I paid $6 for this one. The Adventures of Robin Hood, the Errol Flynn film. It's a fun movie. I'll be honest, it's a fun movie. It's very dull, but the sword fight, I understand why so many people love it. It's a very cool sword fight. And, yeah. I also have a thing where I was just collecting Robin Hood versions at one point. I have a bunch of different ones, for some reason. We have The Right Stuff. This is a film about people who went to space, I think. I actually saw a better copy of this, and I didn't care. I mean, I might replace this. I had other things I was trying to purchase at the time. But there's The Right Stuff. And then we got Citizen Kane, the Orson Welles film, which is on my watch list. And like I said, a lot of these I picked up for $6, maybe less, maybe more. Just some awesome collector's editions. Like, no, none of them are perfect. Some of them have scuff marks, but I can kind of forgive it depending on how little or severe the damage is. Like, obviously, I'm not going to pick up the biggest piece of garbage, but if it's doable, like, I'd rather... Yeah. I just love these. I'm bragging about them a lot, but I do really like these. This is Casablanca, the 2-disc edition. What's really interesting is all the edits they had to do to this script because of the Hays Code back then. The film still turned out great, but there were quite a few changes. But I have that one. I think I'm just not even going to put that back yet. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the Kevin Costner film. You know what? I don't know how I feel about this film. I don't think I like it that much, but it's still cool to own. I do love this artwork. I do love the color scheme they went with. And I definitely don't think this is the worst film ever made. Like, I don't think this is the worst Robin Hood film. I don't. And I do really like Kevin Costner's performance. In fact, it's funny, I think I accidentally watched the extended cut before I saw the original edition. And yeah, I have 2 copies of this. Honest truth, they were both stupidly cheap. They were both really cheap. Like, one had a price tag and it was $5, and I'm like, I'll get it because it's really cheap and it's in better condition than my other one. So I got rid of the one that was in terrible condition. And then I found this other one for $1, and I'm like, it's in really good condition and it's only $1. Why not get it? Because, you know, these things can get beaten up over time. Like, the discs can get worn out, the boxes can get, like, scuffed up and everything. And I'm just like, you know what? If it's not that much money, and it's a collector's edition, like, I'm willing to buy it again. I do think I am going to stop that, because I'm going to have so many duplicates, but... yeah. Here's Singing in the Rain. The when did this film come out? 1935? I don't know when Singing in the Rain came out. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's getting stuck in here. This was another one of those. I owned it, and I'm just like, it's in better condition. Buy another copy. I mean, look at this. 2 discs. This was actually a really fun film. I'm gonna be honest that I hated Singing in the Rain the first time I tried to watch it. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was so boring and so dumb, but I tried it again, and I loved it. And yeah, this one's got a Goodwill price tag on it. But I'm like, you know what? Who cares? It's a really cool edition. And I have the other one that's $1. Like I said, I have duplicates of these. Some of these box sets, I do have duplicates when it comes to these, but for only like 2 titles. I got My Fair Lady, the Audrey Hepburn film. This is great. This is a great movie. I really liked this. I don't know what's going on with the box there. I actually bought this at a marketplace in Anderson. They have like a giant like flea market, and they just had tons of movies. Like, not everything that I wanted, but like it was great. I loved it. Yankee Doodle Dandy, the black and white film. This was one I picked up at Salvation Army. Some of these titles I just bought because they were cheap. And I'm like, it's a Warner's release. It's one of these cool cases. I mean, there have been other ones I've considered getting, like Amadeus or True Romance, but I didn't get them because I'm not going to watch the films. They are way too inappropriate for my taste. Like that's my rule. I'm okay buying films that I may never watch if they're collector's editions. I'm going to try and not do that, but I'm okay doing that. But if it's something that I just morally can't ever align with, and something I will never, ever even attempt to view, I'm not going to waste my money. Here's one, though, that I got last year, and I can't believe how messed up this one is, but whatever. It's Wyatt Earp, the Kevin Costner film from 1994. And this isn't the extended cut, unfortunately. There is a over 4-hour extended cut, but it's only on VHS. Well, there was a fan edit someone did, putting it on Blu-ray, but yeah. Unfortunately, there are very few ways to view the extended cut of Wyatt Earp. I thought it was a fine film. I think I like Tombstone better on a action perspective, but on a emotional perspective, I think Wyatt Earp's way better. And then we got Wizard of Oz, the Blu-ray 70th Anniversary Edition. I didn't mean to buy Blu-ray. I bought it, and I was like, whoops, didn't want that. I might get rid of this, because honestly, I'd rather have the film on DVD, but oh well. I bought it, and I'll just have to figure out what to do with it. I think my issue, I will admit, with getting rid of, like, physical media titles, especially on DVD and Blu-ray, is I don't think I'm going to get a lot for them, and I'm like, well, I could just keep it as a display piece. I think that's honestly my logic with some of these. It's just like, if I don't need to get rid of it, and I'm not going to get anything for getting rid of it, I'll just keep it. You know, because why not? Here's Superman the movie, Christopher Reeve, 4-disc. These discs are completely rotted, but whatever. I'll have to get a better copy. And then Tolkien, the Master of the Rings. This is a really cool DVD CD booklet edition. This is really cool. I don't know if this comes with the CD anymore. I bought this used, but still pretty cool. Oh yeah, I think this is actually the CD and this is the DVD. So I found this, like, for, I don't know, $2? I picked it up. I think I had a VHS copy, but then I realized that it was the same thing as what was on DVD, so I just got rid of the VHS print. I got some DC television. I have Smallville Season 2. I only bought this because it was $2 and it was sealed. I'm not collecting the whole series. I want to. I'd love to say that I own a bunch of superhero TV series, but here's the truth. Television series cost so freaking much to buy. You want to buy the whole thing of The Flash, well, you're going to probably pay over $100. And you might not even like all of it, but, like, it just costs so much. And that's why I have so few of these, because I find them so cheap, and I'm like, I'm just going to get it, but I wouldn't pay full price for these, because I don't care that much. I mean, maybe for The Flash, or Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois I could at least see, but, like, for something like this, it's fine. Got this one at the Chico Arc, and then I got 2 seasons of Arrow, Season 1 and Season 4. Or Season 2 and Season 4. I've heard mixed things. I might watch these at some point. I don't know. Is this one really faded? I can't even tell. But, yeah, I have Arrow. Season 2 and 4. Batman Begins. The DVD Digibook. Or the DVD and comic book set. This is the Christopher Nolan film from 2005. I think it's great. I really like it. It's really fun. I like that Batman isn't a killer in this version. You got a whole Batman comic book. I'm not really a comic book reader, but to each his own. And then I got the lenticular Blu-ray DVD edition of The Dark Knight Rises. This was a very cool thing to get. Yeah. Booklet pages, multiple disc. And then I've got Chariots of Fire, the, what is it called? The Digibook? Blu-ray Digibook thing. This comes with the soundtrack, and this also comes with a Blu-ray disc. I bought this at a Big Lots, I think, for $6. Don't ask me why I bought it for $6. I don't fully know. I've never watched the movie. It's on my watch list. I already own a DVD copy, but it was cheap. That is one thing I will miss about Big Lots. Like, they had some good stuff in the movies department. Here is a Disney Fantasia anthology box set. This was sealed, which is why I got it. This has Fantasia, Fantasia 2000, and Fantasia Legacy. A special collector's disc. I haven't looked at the inside of this. I should open this. You know, I should open this. How hard is it? Oh, well, you know what? We're just going to open this right now. And we're just going to see what's in here, because I've never opened this. This is fun. Oh, wow. It's shrink-wrapped on the inside, too. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Okay. Here we go. Just wrapped inside. Okay, this looks very cool. Yeah, I've never opened this before. We got Fantasia, the DVD, with some little bonus features. We got Fantasia 2000, the standard DVD release with quite a few bonus features. Fantasia Anthology. I don't know what this is. I think this is a navigational overview? I don't know what's on this. But then I do have the disc itself. And this is a very rare disc, apparently. I don't even know if these features are on Disney+. Is this just bonus features from both? Is that all this is? I mean, still, I'm gonna take it. Like, there is a lot of stuff. Reconstructed, full animation of story reels with music, abandoned ideas for Claire de Louis, The Ride of the Valkyries. Wow, this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to watch this. Oh, this is gonna be really cool. Oh, that is gonna be awesome. And yeah, the box is like sealed. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy I got this. This is really cool. Yeah, someone told me about this actually. Someone was I was at a Savers and I was gonna pick this up, and someone told me that Fantasia Legacy is really good. But the reason I didn't get it was that the discs were completely wrecked. At least the disc I wanted. And I thought of getting a discount, but they're like, no, we won't give you a discount. So I'm like, fine, I'm not paying money for half-broken set, or you know what I mean. But no, this is awesome. Oh, I can't wait to watch these, actually. I've seen Fantasia once. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. That is on my watch list. Then we got some West Side Stories collector's editions. This is a DVD and something else set that I got at the Thrifty Bargain in Chico a while ago. And this is one of the titles I like to brag on in my collection. Because not only does it have the movie on DVD, which, you know, I already have copies of this. I don't need more copies. But not only that, it has the entire film script. The entire film script with colored pages and everything all in this. And I paid $3 for this. And I get the entire West Side Story film script. This is so cool. Like, I don't care that I paid $40 for a Blu-ray set, which I arguably regret because I found this way better edition. This is one of my favorite box sets. Because what movie do they give you the entire script in a book? Like, it's so cool to me. Like, even if I don't care for West Side Story like some people do, like, it's not my favorite film ever made, but it is so awesome. I do have this other edition, though. This was one I picked up at Amoeba Records. Top's not coming off. More bonus disc. Another book on West Side Story. Or is this where the discs are kept? No, this is the book. And then this is the... What is this? I don't know what's in this. Oh, it's images? Oh, old posters. Okay. And then you got the disc in here. And they're very nicely done disc. You got whatever that is, and whatever that is. You get 4 discs. Yeah, no, whoops, did something just snap? No, I think I just bent it. No, I'm all set for West Side Story. Like, if anyone ever wants to come watch West Side Story with me and learn all about it, like, come to my place. Don't actually. I'm not. Yeah. No, I'm just joking, though, because, like, I'm totally decked out when it comes to West Side Story. I mean, even though it's not my favorite musical, I know it's a great musical. It isn't my favorite. I apologize, but yeah, it is great. It is awesome that I have all this. Alright, then we got the Gospel of John. For God loved the world so much. This is a word-for-word based on the Good News Bible translation of the American Bible Society? I don't know what this... Is this a feature film on the Gospel of John? I've never actually seen this. This is like a full 4-hour epic that I just haven't seen. I need to watch this. Yeah, I've never seen this. I got this for $1, actually, at Reading Records and Music. Yeah, I just found this for $1, and I'm just like, I mean, it's probably going to be good. It was just so cool to find this. I definitely am actually going to put this on my list. I should watch this around Easter, actually. I think that's what I'm going to do. If I don't watch it sooner, I'm going to watch it around Easter. And I'm pretty sure all 3 of these are in great condition. But, yeah, this is just an awesome set. And I love how they all look the same, consistency. I mean, look, it's something you ask for from the major studios, like, be consistent with your releases, but it's also nice when even the smaller companies do it. Very cool box set. I am putting that on my watch list. Alright, anyone a fan of Steven Spielberg? I've got quite a few collector's editions of his films. I have the collector's edition of E.T., the Extraterrestrial, the 2-disc limited collector's edition with disc 1, and then disc 2. These are both DVD. I paid, I think, $4. I know one place I went to was asking like $8 for this. Didn't grab it, obviously. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the collector's edition. This is one of Spielberg's early works. Honestly, I don't get it. This film's kind of... Is it overrated? Is it underrated? I don't know. I didn't like it. I thought it was weird. But I guess I have to like it now because I own so many editions of it. Oh yeah, this is a really cool set. So for some reason... How do you open this again? Yeah, so this opens like that. And then this opens like this. And you got the special edition DVD and another edition DVD. Yeah. And there's a lot of chapters on here. Scene selections. Very cool. Very cool collector's edition. I do need to dive into this. I think, you know what I think I need to do this summer? Just binge watch, like, all of the bonus features on these sets. I need to do that. I think that would be a good idea. Alright. Then, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the Blu-ray edition, 50th Anniversary Ultimate Edition. Sorry, 30th. Also, Ultimate Edition makes me think of BVS. This comes with... What does this come with? Blu-ray, both 30th Anniversary Ultimate Edition, and then a booklet on the making of the film, which is just awesome. You don't get this on digital. The streaming services can say we have everything. We have, like, sure, if you are someone who just likes to watch a movie and be done with it, streaming's probably great for you, because you can just watch a movie and be done. But if you really want to learn about the movie, which I would like to do at some point, get collector's editions. Whether it's Arrow Video, whether it's the official studio that released the title, even for films that I don't care about, these labels will do amazing collector's editions. Like, there's so many horror films that I'm just like, why does that have a collector's edition? But you know what? It's kind of cool that it does. It's just kind of cool that so many films have these awesome deluxe sets. I know I've been rambling a lot. Let's just move on. Steven Spielberg's Schindler's List. The book edition. This is actually kind of common to find. I thought this was a lot rarer, but apparently you can find this pretty easily. This has, I think, a poster in it. I am dreading watching Schindler's List. I will be honest that I'm not really that far into dark films. And I know this is going to be a heavy one to watch. I know this is going to be heavy. I'm dreading it, but I'm going to do it at some point. Seabiscuit, the Tobey Maguire film. This was $3.99. This is a really nice set. Oh, it was $3.99 twice. I don't know what happened. But this has, like, multiple discs. I didn't even know this film had a collector's edition, honestly. Booklet. I think on the Seabiscuit event? I don't know. I need to watch this. The odds were incredible, the dream was impossible, and the story is true. Is it? I mean, I don't know if I trust that. I'm not saying that the story is made up, I'm saying that the film might be made up. But, we'll see. I'm curious to watch this one. It has Tobey Maguire in it, and I love him in the Spider-Man role. I want to see some other films he's in. I know he was in Babylon. I'm not touching that film. Nope, not ever. Not watching that. Yeah. He's in some films. I have some Steven Spielberg stuff. I have Amazing Stories. The Steven Spielberg TV show. This is a really cool, like, 4-disc set. Never watched this. On my list. Band of Brothers, Sealed, Golden Globe winner, 10 episodes, over 10 hours, 6-disc. I've debated actually selling this, because I've never watched it, but it doesn't really go for that much. I think I just bought this because I got a discount or something. This was one of those buy it because I felt like it things. Okay. And now we get into some franchise films, as if we weren't already. But no, now we get into some sci-fi, some action, some martial arts. Is karate martial arts? I'd argue it is. Let's just take a look at all of these great films and their collector's editions that I own. First, Jurassic Park. This was the very first DVD box set I ever bought of the films. I got this off eBay about 2 to 3 years ago, because I wanted to watch all 3 films, and I wanted to own them. But there is one thing that bugs me, and I'll show you that in a minute. So, here's the front. Really nice. Nice little spine. The back. And you have Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park: The Lost World. And anyone who's familiar with the franchise might be thinking, what about the third film? Well, for some reason, Universal decided to put the third movie on its own. I don't know why you would do this from a business perspective, from a packaging perspective. How awful is that going to feel to the customer? Hey, you can own the Jurassic Park films all together. They have the exact same artwork style. Like, if you look at the... Actually, never mind, that one doesn't. But, like, I don't get it. I don't know why they did this, but whatever. It's how I bought it. I don't know if I blame the seller for packaging them like that. I don't know if I blame the studio. I mean, I obviously got what I ordered, but I was just kind of surprised they were packaged like that. I did, however, a few months ago pick up this different edition of the Jurassic Park Ultimate Trilogy set. Yeah, this is a little bit, like, insane how bulky this is. This contains all 3 films and a lot of bonus features. Jurassic Park, Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, 2 bonus discs, and I will say, I am very excited for the new film. Some of the reports, I've been reading about it being very dark. I'm not sure if I'm on board with that. I don't really know that I want a horror kind of dinosaur movie. But it could be really good. I mean, people have said, like, the original film was great, and it had that aspect to it, and that's true. I don't know how to feel, but whatever. I guess I'll have to figure it out when it comes out this July. Got the Karate Kid films, which this is the first edition I bought of all 4 of these. I didn't own the Karate Kid films at all, but then one day I'm at Goodwill, and I'm like, I'm gonna pick these up. And actually, this is how I watched all the films on DVD. So, let's see what's in here. And I'll give you my review. Karate Kid, great movie. It's a really good movie. Has some great 1980s songs, as you would call them, needle drops. It's very fun, action-based, but more of a emotion and, not spirit. Well, it's a different kind of film. Karate Kid 2, about Mr. Miyagi and what's going on with his life. I think this film is good, but it has some issues. Karate Kid 3, I actually really like, and the next Karate Kid is pretty dumb. It is very early 90s. It is very, very early 90s. But it does have a very young Hilary Swank, which I just kind of find funny, that she's in this. And then I went to watch the film this year, and it had her starring in it, and I'm like, wait a second, I've seen this actor in something before. Alright, next, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and look how shiny that is. Like, look at that. That is beautiful. This was one I picked up at a Goodwill store. And you might think, oh, it's just, you know, a DVD copy. No, it's not. It's a lot better than a DVD copy. It's a whole booklet with DVDs that are coming out. Oh, I hate it when they package them like this. I hate it when studios are like, hey, let's put them in the worst position possible. But you do get a lot of information. Oh yeah, there's Harrison Ford in a fridge. And look, I know it's terrible, but it's so funny. It's so funny, that scene. I really like this film. And I actually really like Dial of Destiny. Oh my gosh, not again. I mean, I'm not too worried about it, because I already have another copy of this. Like, I have both these discs, but it's like, please don't destroy yourself. Just not appreciated. But there's Indiana Jones. And then I'm actually going to cut this video off, because I've shown so many titles in this part. The last one I'm going to show in this, like, 20-minute long video, 40-minute, is The Mummy. Actually, I might show a couple more because I'm almost done with this stack. But I have The Mummy here. It is a collection with multiple films. It has The Mummy, Mummy Returns, and The Scorpion King. The Scorpion King is a film I will not watch. A little bit too sexual with the costumes and stuff. But the other two films are cool. Well, I haven't even seen them yet. It's just a cool box set that I got for $1. I thought, why not? And then I have the Jason Bourne films. I have the what is this? The Jason Bourne collection. Got this at a Goodwill. And you got, like, this document thing. You got Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, and I think it's missing Bourne Ultimatum, or did I replace the disc? No, I replaced it. Yeah, I think I had to buy a copy of this, like, used, because it didn't come with one. But I have all 3 Bourne films, and I have this nice little FBI-style book. This is a fun movie trilogy. Great action, and, yep. And then finally, I have the Bourne Classified Collection, which is an even better deluxe edition that I've never opened, with tons of bonus features. And it even has a spot for Jason Bourne, which came out in 2016. And this is a rumor. It might be true, it might not be. I did read something a while back that they're wanting to reboot the films. Or not reboot, but do another Jason Bourne movie. Maybe that would be a reboot. I don't think you need to do it. You had a good trilogy. Just move on. Do something different. But if they're going to do it, oh well. You know, you can't stop them, so you just have to hope for the best. But that is it for my entire Collector's Edition collection, Part 1. And I've still got 3.5 more stacks. Like, holy cow, I own a lot of these. What can you expect for Part 2? Just me going through the rest of these. I'll try and monologue less, but I'm just having fun showing you everything. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!